All right, you did it. Are you proud of yourself? Because you should be. You did it. You said, all right, I'm not going to stop here. And y'all, let me just tell you, like as of this morning, we were looking and there were only half of the people. Well, first of all, about half of the people actually applied it and went through it. But there were half of all of the people who went into Mom Boot Camp decided to not stop there and take it further into Mom Master University. Now, let me show you something about this. First of all, there were only about, I would say half to 3/4 of the people who enrolled in Mom Boot Camp that actually showed up, y'all. I'm serious. Like you would think when I make an investment in myself, I'm going to show up. Like if I'm going to buy some kind of beauty product, I'm going to use it, right? If I buy a spa visit, I'm going to go and use it. But here's the deal, and this is what you have shown to be above and beyond this. But most people, when they purchase something, a lot of times, remember we talked about this earlier, that is enough to make the subconscious say, okay, there, you've done something about your situation, now you can relax. And it's that space right there between desperation and inspiration. Like you temporarily got rid of the desperation because in all essence, you did something to relieve it, like you took action, kind of like buying the workout video that you see advertised on TV, or going to the store and buying all the vegetables, that you're going to eat for 2 weeks. Like in essence, you did something to relieve that desperation that you feel about your weight or your body, or in terms of Mom Boot Camp, your whole life, really. But it wasn't, you didn't take it further. You didn't apply it. You didn't eat that salad. You didn't eat those vegetables. They rotted in the crisper. You didn't use that workout video. It's still wrapped up in the packaging, stuck in your entertainment center. And for about 30 to 45% of the people who enrolled in Mom Boot Camp, that was as far as it took them. You are a rarity. You have proven, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm investing myself. And remember when you put up that sign, I'm in it to win it, you stuck to it. You did. You stuck to it. You went through it. And whether you completed everything or not, you showed up, which is half the battle. On the way home from the gym this morning, I was talking with my daughter and my husband, and I was like, the hardest exercise to do is not at the gym. It's just getting out of bed. It's sitting up, moving your legs, and getting out of bed to go to the gym. That is the hardest exercise. It's not the treadmill. It's not the crunches. It's just getting out of bed. Some of you understand what I'm talking about. By the way, I need to give a shout out to Katie and Courtney, who are in here today, who as of 9 o'clock this morning Eastern, everything's freaking out. The tech isn't working again. It was crazy, y'all. It was crazy pants here. It was insane. But they figured out a way to do it. I have no idea how they did this. They figured out a way to do it. They sent new links out. They're in the chat room right now, making sure all of the people who go to the old one are here at the new one. I'm just so grateful. And you know what? This just shows that the enemy does not like what we're doing. He does not like that women are breaking free from bondage, that they are declaring freedom and abundance over their lives. And it's like so predictable. And he's doing everything he can to stand in the way, but we're not going to let that happen. Like that is not who we are. We are not in bondage. We are not enslaved. We are free, abundant, prospering women. And so I declare this right now. You are here for a reason. You have shown it's not enough to just take one action and then sit back and that's enough. That's not enough. You have said, I'm going to show up, I'm going to keep going, I'm going to apply this, and I'm going to continue to grow, because if I'm not growing, I'm dying. So you're here. And I'm so proud of you. Know that I have been praying over you. Our whole team's been praying over you. We declare victory over you right now. I'm so excited. Now, we are going to tie a bow around Mom Boot Camp. So if you have like, Hannah, I didn't even get past module 5. Girl, chill. It's okay. We're moms. We all are in the same boat. We understand what we're going through. Okay. We understand what you're going through. I totally get it. Totally get it. Now, what we're going to do this morning is we're tying a bow around it, and we're going to move on into how you can continue to get incredible results in your life. So you with me? Everybody with me? Is everyone in the chat room and things are rocking and rolling? Yes, good. Thank you, Jesus. All right, so here's some points I want to show you about how we're going to tie a bow around Mont Boot Camp. Ready? Number one. Here, this is our bow tying class. That's a bow. Whether you realize it or not, that is a bow. Okay. Now, number one, I want you to understand, first of all, take a deep breath. You have lifetime access to the boot camp. And I'm going to show you why this is important. Okay? But first of all, if you didn't complete it in 1 month, girl, it's okay. Because you have it for the rest of your life. And that's enough to just go, okay, pressure's off. I can continue to go through it. I can go back through it. I can do whatever I want to when I need that. It's there for me. Number two, and this is very, very, very important. I need to say something about layers. Okay, you know how an onion has layers. Shrek told us all about it. Well, moms have layers too. And let me know in the chat, and you guys can tell me if module 1, when you had, you wrote a letter to your childhood self and it was pretty tough to do that. Some women were like, all right, it's done. Like 3 days is done. Some women were like, this is so hard. Like I have so many layers to go through. There not just like confidence layers, but abuse layers and bitterness layers and anger layers and bondage layers. Like there's so many layers to go through that I've just been protecting myself this whole time. So for some women, it's like, all right, scrape off the layer, I'm good. Now let's move on to 2. Whereas others like, all right, scrape off the layer. Oh, there's another layer. Scrape off that layer. Oh, there's another layer. Because some women actually came back and wrote additional letters to their childhood selves because they were discovering throughout the process of Mont Boot Camp that there was more junk in the trunk. You know what I'm talking about? There was more issues that kept coming up. Because instead of just doing a whack-a-mole game where we just kind of cover up all the little situations that happen in our lives, we had to face each one and work through it. So sometimes just getting through module 1 can take a lot of inside work. You know what I'm talking about? It takes work. You have to process. So give yourself grace. Because if it was harder to go through it, you may have had a lot more layers to unveil than somebody else. We all go through it at a different pace. Now, number 3. It's a process. So again, I want you to give yourself grace to go through the process. Okay? This is not, you may have, for a lot of women, let me explain this. When it came time to set goals, well, actually, when at the very second part, when we were doing our vision board, I think that was module 3. That step of the Mom Mastery Method, some women like they had it done in a day. They're like, I know what I want for my life. There are a lot of women who have like turned off their dream switch, and they're like, I don't even know what to believe for. I don't even know what to imagine. I don't even know what to dream for, because for so many years they've had to bury that and just put it behind them. And they may have thought, you know what, it's not going to happen for me, or I just had to be content with what I got, or that's for the lucky ones. I thought that for years, y'all. I thought, oh, those are for people who are born into money or born with those skills and ability, or they have the lucky breaks. And so maybe that's where you were, where I was, same spot, where it's like, wait, like it's hard to give yourself permission to dream for big things, especially when you're surrounded by people who are like, who do you think you are? So give yourself grace to go through the process. Now, one more thing is, and this is so important, y'all, this is the reason you have lifetime access, is because I want you to do this quarterly. I want, and this is very important because I guarantee you, like we're going to do a mom boot camp again in April. We just decided that we're going to do another one in April because of the amazing testimonials that came out of this one. So what I want you to do is go ahead and plan. Like maybe you only got through module 4. That's okay. I want you to decide right now in April, you are going to go through it again, because guess what happens? And inevitably this happens. You're going to go through it and it's like you're going to see it for the first time. It's going to be like brand new eyes, because you're not the same person who you were. When April 1st comes around, you are not going to be the same person. And so when you go through that, you're going to be like, whoa, oh, now I get it. Like, oh my gosh, this makes sense to me. And you will go through it. You can go through it 12, 15, 20 times, and every time you will get something fresh and new, and it's going to propel you to a new level. Because I truly believe this was an anointed teaching. This was an anointed time together. So it's that word that is living and it's active, and it's going to follow you along your journey into astronomical success. Like you're gonna shoot off like a rocket, because you're gonna go through this quarterly. And also when it comes to goal setting, if you do this quarterly, you're gonna say, oh my goodness, I already met that goal, took that off my vision board. So it propels you to dream bigger and to set higher and higher goals. The goals that I set 4 years ago, nothing like the goals I have today, nothing like it. You know, so you're going to go through this in April, and you're going to get brand new goals, brand new vision. You're going to be better and better at structuring your time. So that's also why I want you to have lifetime access, because this is not a one and done thing. This is a quarterly renewal of your spirit, because remember, we don't conform to the pattern of this world. We are transformed by the renewing of our spirit, because we're going to continually test and show that God's will for us is good, pleasing, and prosperous. Romans 12:2, baby. Got it all right there. Now, this is just a few things I want you to know about where you are today, because I don't want you to stress out about this or worry about it if you're behind, because I hope those 4 points kind of like set you at ease that you're in the right place at the right time. Now, quick wrap of the boot camp. We're going to do like boot camp on highly caffeinated substances right now. We're going to shoot through this. So the Mom Mastery Method, which is the entire boot camp, I'm going to review that really quickly for you. Number 1 is massive action. Now, right now, I want you to check that off, because you did it. You did it when you enrolled in Mom Boot Camp, but guess what? You did it again, because you enrolled in Mom Mastery University. You would not be seeing this right now if you did not enroll in Mom Mastery University. So give yourself 2 checks there, double bonus points, because you have set up a pattern of constantly taking massive action. See, massive action, again, is not a one and done thing. Massive action is a pattern that we set up or backward. So I remember hearing this one hugely successful person tell me, you know, really success is just about making mistakes faster. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, well, like the more I like dawdle about the decisions and I don't make them and stuff, I just prolong the process to get to success. The reason I reached my millions and the reason I had the platform I do is because I started making mistakes faster. I didn't like spend a ton of time deliberating and procrastinating and thinking, well, you know, I'll do it when the kids start school, or I'll do it in the summer when I have a little more time. Instead, they're like, all right, now, I'm just going to do it now. They set up a pattern of taking massive action. And you have proven that you, too, have established a pattern of taking massive action. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. You're like, Mom Mastery University? Yep, let's do it. You have broken the pattern of procrastination and deliberation. Thank you, Jesus, because you will take that to your grave. You will procrastinate and drag your feet to your grave if you do not set up a pattern of massive action. So thank you that you have broken that and you are here. Double bonus points. Now, number 2, that was motivation. And of course, that was our vision board. That was creating our vision board. Now, a little shortcut. If you have not done your vision board, I'm going to give you some shortcuts right now on what to do. Use your phone. If all you do is just get some images. Here, let me see if I can get my phone. It's hard to see that. It's hard to see the screen. Okay, well, anyway, I have the front of my phone is images. Well, you can see it right there. Can you see it? Okay. So these are just images. Every time I look at my phone, I think, you know, I'm going to speak to crowds of people, like arenas full of people. I'm going to have my own show. I'm going to travel here on mission. So I put like my top 5 goals on my phone, and that also serves as my vision board. So that's a shortcut that you can do today. Just put it on your phone. Also, another thing you can do, and girl, this will take like maybe 15 minutes, is to just open up a document on your computer, either in Pages, Word, whatever, drag and drop some images there that just inspire you and kind of, you know, give you a physical picture of where you want to go within the next year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. So put that on there, print it out, and stick it in a binder, the binder that you're going to be using throughout Mom Mastery University. That's a great shortcut to making your vision board. Also, another shortcut, if you're like, but Hannah, I did that, but I want like a real vision board. And I got a couple pictures on there, but that's it. What I want you to do is set a deadline. So go ahead to decide right now when you're going to do it. But in order to make it a harsh deadline, one that you cannot negotiate yourself out of, I want you to share it with at least like 4 or 5 of your friends so they can come over and you can have a vision board party. Okay, that will lock it in. Like, you have to have it done by the end of that day, by the time everyone leaves, because you're all going to do it together. Okay, so that is one way to make it a harsh deadline so that you actually have a board. You can put it up in your home, look at it every day, that kind of thing. All right, now step 3 is mission, which this was the step where we created our goals. Now, quickly, I want to go over what those goals are, because if you haven't set your goals, this is what I want you to keep in your mind. I want you to, they're called inner mom goals. First, I is for I. You want to start it with I. Instead of saying like, get out of debt, you'll start it with I. I will increase my wealth by, you know, whatever it is. So start it with I. N is now. You want to make it present, not I will, or I'm going to. Put in the present, like I am at this weight. I am a size 10, or, you know, whatever it is. Put it in the present. Now, the other N is for not limited. I don't want you to think, well, this isn't logical for me. I don't have the skill or the ability or the money to do that. Does God have the skill or the ability or the resources? Heck to the yeah, he does. So don't limit yourself in your goals. You want to have at least 1 or 2, what I call BFG goals, the big, friendly, giant goals that will encourage you to move forward in all levels of your life. Now, the E is for emotional. You want to add emotion to it. Like, I feel so free and healthy and excited now that I've reached my goal weight of 180 pounds, you know, whatever it is. So that gets you inspired. You add emotional words to it. R is for reliant on God's word. You want to research it, whatever your goals are. You want to also give yourself some time, maybe a few days, to dig into God's word and see, if, for example, if you have a health goal, dig into God's word, see what God says about your health and your body and longevity and energy. If it's a financial goal, dig into God's word, find out what he says about wealth and prosperity and abundance. So you want to get, and that's again, just getting the truth behind that transformation in our mindset. We get the truth, which is God's word, as that foundation underneath it. Now, the other one is for M. Remember, inner mom. So the first M is for measurable. You want specific numbers, something you can attribute to that goal, so it makes it more real to you. You want to make sure that it is measurable. And also, if you don't make sure it's measurable, how are you going to know when you hit it? If it's get out of debt, how many dollars? Like, to the cents, how many dollars would it take? So you know when you reach it. If you're like, I want to, maybe you want to build up your savings account to $10,000. You won't, just by saying I have savings in the bank, what, $1? or $100,000. Like you want it to be measurable so you know when you hit that goal. O is for only positives. Only positives. Make sure it's not like I am not depressed. That's not a goal, because your mind is just going straight for depressed. That's all it's hearing. So maybe you say, I'm so excited that my life is characterized by joy, exhilaration, and freedom in my spirit. Now that's a positive goal. And that last M is for multiple categories. Sometimes when we just focus, for example, on an area like money, see, that works for some people, but not for MVPs, because we deal with everything. We're dealing with our home, with our health, with money, with our marriage and parenting kids, like everything all across the board. So because MVPs do so much and we have to make sure so many plates are spinning, we have to have goals in all of those areas. Now, in the chat box, I want you to give me a got it if you understand this, because I don't want to move on until you understand. It's very important that you set these goals. And you don't have to have 8 pages of goals. If all you can set are 5 goals, amazing, fantastic. Then set those 5 goals. But don't neglect this. It's very important that you set these goals. And I know some of you have been looking and you're like, man, this person has like 8 pages of affirmations and goals. And okay, that's great for her. Don't get into comparison, y'all. Comparison, do people have it? Are they saying got it? Don't let it rob you of the joy of success. And if you stick to comparison, surefire way to get yourself depressed and unmotivated. You're not going to compare your progress with somebody else's. Okay? Deal? Deal. All right. Now, the next, we talked about goals. The next is mindset, and that is affirmations. What I like to say, instead of affirmations, I consider these proclamations, because you are proclaiming it. Pro means go before, and claim, of course, means to take as your own. So by creating these affirmations, or as I say, proclamations, you are going before and you are claiming this truth as your own. So all that means, those 5, 6, 7, 12 goals you set, 30 goals you set, whatever it is, you turn those into voice, your voice speaking it out loud. Now, some of you got kind of hung up on this because you didn't like the sound of your own voice. You felt weird recording it. You would record it a little bit and mess up and have to go back, and it was frustrating. I got you. Sloppy success beats perfect failure. You can stop right here and you won't have the results that I know you want in your life. So don't get hung up in this step. It doesn't matter if you have 3 goals or 30. You want to speak those goals out loud and give yourself time in between each goal so you can say it. So you want to speak it and say it. It's a formula that we created for moms, and it works amazingly well. So for example, if I had goals about my weight, I would say, I feel so energetic and free now that I'm at my goal weight of 180 pounds. And then I give myself time, and I'm saying it in my head. I'm still recording, and then I say the other one. I have abundant energy, and I jump out of bed in the morning when my alarm goes off. And I give myself time. I'm saying it in my head. And then I record the next one. The reason you record it this way is so that when you hear it, it could be you listen to it in your car, you listen to it while you're walking, you listen to it on the treadmill, whatever. You're going to hear it. One mom said that she has it in her car and she was listening to it. She was parked in the parking lot. She had her windows rolled down and she was saying it. And she saw, she was getting some weird looks. I was like, hey, you're the one who's going to be successful. Okay. You have got a goal and you are acting on it. That's awesome. So you hear it. And then after you get finished hearing your voice say it, you speak it out loud. The reason you do this is because it activates your brain. The hearing and the speaking fires those neurons in your brain, and it makes that thought so much more real that you can pull that reality into your life. Now, the next one is MAP. MAP. And you understand this stands for Mundane Action Plan. Okay? Mundane Action Plan. Now, You may be thinking, I haven't been able to do that yet. Like, I haven't been able to structure my day. I didn't say schedule your day. I said structure your day. It's very hard for an MVP to schedule her day, because as soon as you schedule it, one of your kids is going to have diarrhea poop coming out of their diaper and all running up their back. You know it, I know it. And you're going to all of a sudden have to wash all this laundry. You're going to get backed up. So we don't schedule, we structure in chunks. So if you can chunk your day out and structure it that way, you will get a lot more done. Now, here's your map, and everyone already has this. So if this is kind of intimidating for you, this is your shortcut. This is all I want you to do, is 5 minutes before you go to bed, just 5 minutes. I want you to look over your map and just maybe just an idea of what you're going to be doing. Just write down an idea. This is not like, you know, I write it down in blood and I'm obligated to doing that and I'm making a lifelong commitment. I want you to just say, you know what, this morning I'm gonna make breakfast and I'm gonna do 1 load of laundry. Okay, just write down, start structuring your day. And it's when you start making this happen, you are going to be so much more productive because you put pen to paper. Now, also what I want you to do, well, this is actually your next step, is momentum. Your next step is momentum. And what momentum means is that's where we put our routines in place. Because once you get your routines in place during the day, that gets the wheels going. Your routines are absolutely essential to getting your life moving and get momentum and get going towards your goals and dreams. Got to have your routines. Now, if you're like, Hannah, I have not established my routines yet. Again, this is why we're doing our bow tying class. We're tying a bow around it. This is our shortcut. So what I want you to do, all I want you to do, is just get your AM and your PM routine down. That's it. If you can do that, you are gold. If you can just get your AM and your PM routine down. All I'm asking is give yourself some time in the morning. And some of you are like, well, you know, my kids get up so early. That means I would have to get up at like 4:30 in the morning. There were years in my life that I did get up at 4:30 in the morning because I had to have that time for myself. But if you don't think that's possible for you, then maybe you can say, okay, after I get the kids up, I will give myself an hour right there in the morning at that time. I'm just saying sometimes it's hard to get to because you've already started your day kind of in a reactionary mode, when I want you to start it in a proactive mode. I want you to dictate the day. I don't want the day to boss you around. I want you to boss around the day. And that happens with your morning and your PM routine. And honestly, a PM routine doesn't take any more than 20 minutes. And it just means laying out my clothes. And you actually have a worksheet inside that module. I believe that was module 7. That was module 7. It's step 6 of the Mom Mastery Method. But it was inside module 7 when you could plan out your AM and your PM routine. I could be wrong, but I think it is. So make sure you use that worksheet and just plot out your AM and your PM routine. And if you can get that down, like start practicing your AM and your PM routine for maybe 3 weeks. And once you get that down and it's running smooth, then add another routine to it, and another routine, and another routine. And pretty soon, you're going to get so much more done. You're going to be like 5 times more productive in your day. I promise you, just if you start with your AM and your PM routine. Now, the next step and the last step of the Mom Mastery Method is, of course, manifestation. Manifestation. And guess what? That is the ugliest handwriting I've ever seen. Okay, so what I want you to, well, it's all like jumbled. I had a hard time writing. So what I want you to do is give yourself a big check mark right there. You've already done it. You're like, Hannah, I haven't manifested my goals yet. Like, I'm looking at my checkbook. I'm looking at the scale. I haven't manifested it yet. I'm on the way. Girl, listen. Time is so fluid. I don't want you to start looking at time like, oh, I've got this many days or months or years. God can speed up those results. What you did was you secured the manifestation, because when you joined Mom Mastery University, you got the coaching, you got the community, this incredible tribe of women. And because of the way we do things inside Mom Mastery University, we always have fresh coaching. We always have fresh workshops. You put in a program to do a 90-day mom challenge. You've got the continuity. Remember the 3 legs on manifestation: coaching, community, continuity. You got the coaching now, you got the community now, and you got the continuity. So basically, you have already tied a bow around manifestation because you secured your spot inside Mom Mastery University. And I am so proud of you. I'm so excited. So I want you to say in the comments, I want you to say, my bow is tied. Just let it go. Okay, I don't want this, I don't want Mom Bootcamp right on you, because remember, you have it for life. We're gonna go back over it quarterly anyway. Okay, and you've made a lot of progress. Give yourself credit for that, but say, the bow is tied. Like, it's done, wrapped up, it's completed, now I'm moving forward. Plus, you've got all the shortcuts. So if you didn't do everything perfectly, just do the shortcuts. And then when it comes around quarterly again in April, go through it again. See, easy peasy, mac and cheesy. That's what I do because I'm a mom and I know how hard it can be to complete some things. So that's why we're doing this class. Easy peasy, mac and cheesy. Is the bow tied?
Everyone's bow tied.
Everyone's bow is tied. All right, cool. Everyone's bow is tied. Now we're gonna move on because we've got something we're working on together. And that is called the 90-Day Mom Challenge. I want you to say yes in the comment section if you have already gotten inside MMU and seen the dashboard, seen your 90-Day Mom Challenge and gotten specific. And you can even share what it is. Maybe you're doing wealth. Maybe you're doing marriage. Maybe you're doing home organization, whatever it is. Share what you're doing and just say, yes, I've already gotten inside. And if you haven't gotten inside, that's okay, because I'm going to show you how to do that and what we need to do to get started here. Okay, I'm so excited, y'all, about the 90-Day Mom Challenge. We have moms who have done like 4, 5, 6 90-Day Mom Challenge. They're like, all right, I rocked my marriage. Now let's move on to my money. Like they are tackling everything. So I'm so excited about these moms. And also we've got so many things in the works coming down the pipe as far as our 90-Day Mom Challenge goes, and rewards, and oh, it's so exciting. Like, you enrolled in the perfect time. And I don't say that to everybody. You enrolled at the perfect time, and I'm going to show you why. Because this is, Mom Mastery University is still really, still relatively new, because we are launching new programs all the time. We've got so many great things in the works. And we've also have a mentor program, which I'll share with you in just a minute. But because you enrolled when you did, you have so many advantages that other people are not going to have. And I'm going to share that with you. But you've got so many things coming at you. And things are going to be changing. And in some instances, prices are going up, but not for you, because you already locked in that spot. So I'm so excited for you. Now, the 90-Day Mom Challenge. How are we going to do the 90-Day Mom Challenge? I'm going to show you. Did everyone, have they gotten in the 90-Day Mom Challenge? And all right, awesome. So the 90-Day Mom Challenge. Wow, almost ran out of room. Actually, I did run out of room. No, number 1, put it in your map. This is how we're going to do the 90-Day Mom Challenge. If you did the 90-Day Mom Challenge perfectly, it would take about 3 hours a week. If you did it perfectly, sloppy success beats perfect failure. If all you can do is just tune into the Friday morning coaching, then do that. It's good enough. And also, if you are inside Mom Mastery University, just to let our new moms understand that they need to give themselves grace, could you share? This is for our are seasoned moms. This is for the ones who've been inside MMU for more than 3 months. If you've been inside Mom Master University for more than 3 months, can you share with our new moms if it took you longer than 90 days to complete the 90-day mom challenge? Could you do that? Because I want these moms to see that 90 days is ideal. It's awesome. But if it takes you 200 days, that's totally okay. We're not after perfect here. We're after progress. So I want you to like, go ahead and relieve the pressure that you've got to get this done in 3 months or else you're failing. There's no failure because you already like kicked failure in the face when you joined MMU. That's all. Failure is just stopping, okay? Stopping and staying down. That's all failure is. You get back up, you get in the game, you keep on going. That is success. Are some of our moms sharing? Awesome. Cool. Very good. All right. So it might take you longer than 90 days. So there's no pressure there. This is ideal. This is the perfect thing. Okay. This is like what you see with all the cool filters on it on Instagram. This is not always reality. We have things coming up. We have somebody sick we got to take care of. We've got a trip we have to make with our family. We've got a project going on at work. So understand this is the ideal. It may not be your reality. Now, but you've got to put it in your map if it's going to happen. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your map, which is like is your day planner, really. And you're going to turn to Friday morning and put at 9 a.m. Eastern coaching. All you have to do is tune into coaching. If that's all you do, awesome sauce. That's really good. Or maybe you're like, you know what? I really want to dig into this and I want to like get my training down. I want to listen to the coaching. I want to get my training. I want to make sure I tune into that workshop. I want to get all the answers down. I want to get my credits. Awesome. Then what you do is make a time and put it in your map so that it's non-negotiable. Say, all right, kids, at 2 p.m. today, and you have the ability to create whatever map you want. Our Friday morning coaching is at the same time every Friday morning, except for the last Friday of the month. And then we really push self-care. We have to take some time off. We have to care for ourselves. Very important. And I hold you accountable to that too. You've got to take care of yourself. So what you want to do is just, you can make the schedule any way you want, but structure it and put it in your map and say, you know what, I'm going to decide, I'm going to do this on Tuesdays. And I'm going to do it at this time because it's very flexible. You can work it any way you want. Also, number 2, make it a routine. Make it a routine. Now, how many moms who have already been in MMU for more than 3 months, how many of you kind of know, oh, it's Friday morning? Like you don't have to think about it. You don't have to look at your map. You just know every Friday morning, I'm going to stumble my way to the computer or I'm going to pick up my phone and I'm going to tune in to the coaching. You just know, like that's just part of your routine every Friday morning, right? Okay, so once you get the hang of this, then instead of it just being on your map, it's going to be switched over to a routine. You're just going to start making a routine of it. And then it gets easier and easier and easier. Now, another thing about a routine is you may decide, you know what, this is the day that I'm going to do it. Kind of like we talked about Friday morning coaching. So you may say, you know, like I said, every Tuesday, maybe that's a day that's a little lighter for you. And so that's when you're going to do it. So you know that that's just a routine. When Tuesday rolls around, you're going to plug it into your workshop or plug it into your training. So make this a routine. Don't just say, I'll get to it when I get to it, because you know what happens? We don't get to it. Got to put it in your map, and then you have to make it a routine. Now, also, number 3. This is so important, y'all. Number 3. Tie a bow around it. Tie a bow around it. Tie a bow around it. Now, this is really important because sometimes we'll just tune in and listen, or we'll listen to half of it, or we'll listen to the whole thing, but we won't answer the questions, or we might answer the questions, but we don't put in our essay or whatever it is, or we don't do our quiz. What I'm saying is when you take a class or when you do a workshop, or when you tune into the Friday morning coaching, take it all the way. Remember the 85% rule? So many of us MVPs will go to 85% of something, and we leave that last 15% because 85% was enough to make us feel better about ourselves. We feel like, you know, we kind of got the job done, but it wasn't completed. That last 15%, just finish the quiz. Just answer the questions. After the Friday morning coaching, go to our Facebook group and leave your homework. That's all you, just do that last 15%. That last 15% is almost more powerful than the 85% because that sets up habits in you of completion. When you start something, you finish something. So make sure you tie a bow around each class, each workshop, each coaching that we do together. Do it all the way. A lot of people will, well, not a lot. We're getting better about that. Now we're about 60, 70% of the people who tune into our live coaching on Fridays, they will immediately, after it's over, go into our Facebook group. It's a private group. We can be totally real there and leave their homework. Leave their comments about it, leave whatever the homework is that they have to write up inside our comment thread. They go in and they do it, and they comment on other people's homework, which is very important because we love our tribe. We are so much stronger together, and we encourage one another. We get wisdom from each other. So it's really important that you do that last 15% and make sure whatever you do, no matter if it's just a little bit, maybe it's just that one coaching a week, but all you can do inside MMU, you do it all the way and get to that last 15%, tie a bow around it. Now, another thing is, this is so important, y'all. Don't get in sponge mode. Don't get in sponge mode. Here's what I mean by that. A lot of people, when they're learning something, they'll keep soaking it up. And they'll keep soaking it up. And they'll keep soaking it up. They never squeeze the sponge. And I'm telling you, you've got to squeeze the sponge. That's the only way MMU will work for you. Is a lot of moms, when they first get a hold of the coaching and the training, they're like, oh, this is so good. I'll listen to the next one, and they'll listen to the next one. And I understand that, like, because you're increasing your knowledge, you're increasing your wisdom, which is so important. You've got to do that. But as important as it is to get the knowledge, it's equally as important to execute the knowledge, because knowledge without action is a waste. It's pointless. Knowledge is there to help us take action and to create the lives that we want. So don't get in sponge mode. I know sometimes when you get started, you'll just start soaking up all the trainings or soaking up all the coaching or soaking up all the workshops. You're like, and I get it. But we have very carefully put action steps at the end of each workshop, at the end of each training. We have put action steps. So you need to go to those action steps and make sure you do it. That's why I've only really put like one training or one workshop a week, so that you can give yourself a full week to execute it and take action with that one particular training. Okay, so don't get in sponge mode, very important. Also, understand that it's better to do one workshop or one training or one coaching at 100% than it is to just get like 35% of like 3 or 4 of them, because sometimes we'll listen. So it's much better, and that goes back into tying a bow around it. Do what? 100% of one training or one workshop or one coaching. Tie a bow around that. And then once you get out 100% of that, then move on. It's always there for you. We're not changing anything. Now, another step, number 5, very important, get plugged in. What I mean by that is our tribe here is off the charts. These women are amazing. They astound me. They are so incredible, so supportive, so encouraging. And you're missing out on one of the best attributes of Mom Mastery University if you stay in your corner. You know what I mean? You know how sometimes like at a party, I was actually at a conference last weekend, and I was talking with this guy, and I was like, I don't mean to like monopolize your conversation. Like there are a ton of people. I was very intrigued. We were having a great conversation. I was like, you know, you can go out like mingle with other people. I don't want to like, you know, keep you all to myself. And he's like, honestly, like I like being in the corner. Like I would rather stay with my back against the wall at any kind of social function and have a conversation than go out and mingle. And I totally get it. Like some people are like that. I totally get it. But you're missing out on one of the greatest things we have inside MMU if you stay with your back against the wall. Get plugged in. Get inside our group. Introduce yourself. Tell them what you're going through. Tell them what you love. Tell them why you're here. Share with it, and just watch the energy flow. It really does. These moms are incredible. So make sure you get plugged in. And remember, it's not just about you. It's about what you bring to the banquet, because you bring something. Maybe you have the gift of encouragement, and so you can encourage all these other moms, or maybe you have the gift of joy, and you can like share fun things and bring joy to people inside MMU. So whatever it is, maybe you have the gift of organization, and someone's having a problem with this, you say, oh, this is how you can organize it. This works for me. Bring your gifts to the table. Put them under the tree. Like we're gonna all celebrate it together. So you have an anointing on you. You have a gift on you. Bring it and be a part of what we're doing as a tribe. Be a part of the energy, be a part of the flow, be a part of this amazing group of people, because I totally am convinced that you are here for such a time as this, that you bring something that MMU needs, and MMU needs what you got, you know? So let's really enjoy this, get plugged in, and become a part of this amazing tribe. Now, last one, and I threw this in because I think this is important. A lot of moms, and you can share, please share in the comment section what works for you. But I would definitely say get organized. Get organized. In order to do Mom Mastery University effectively, I highly suggest getting a system to keep it all in. It could be maybe you have a big binder and you have tabs for every single category we have inside MMU. Maybe it's money and marriage and parenting and home and health, and you have homeschooling, and you have the tabs, and you can put your notes in there, whatever it is. Don't just like grab random sheets of paper and take notes. Okay, I don't want you to do that, because you know what happens. Like we lose it, we have no idea where our notebook is. Get one consolidated system so that you can, and this is your university, y'all. This is Mom Mastery University. This is like, you've got to keep track of all this stuff. I want you to be very diligent about this, because I don't want information to just be lost. I want it to be like where you can say, oh, I remember doing that marriage thing. I need to go back and look at my notes. And they're right there. You can look at your notes. You can even listen to it again, because you remember something about it. But I don't want you to be like, oh man, I wrote it somewhere. I don't want you to do that, because I know what life is like when you do that. You need to have one system. So maybe in the chat room, you can share the system that you use. If you've been in Mom Mastery University for a while, share the system that you use to keep track of everything, and it might help somebody else. I know there are some moms inside MMU who are like, when God was giving out the gift of organization, they like got in the front of the line, and then they cut, and then they got back in the front of the line, then they cut again, they got back in the front of the line. So like, whereas like I was off gallivanting with ponies, they got like triple organization. So we have those moms in here. So please share what your system is, and maybe you can help some of our new moms, or some of our older moms, not old, you know what I mean? Like some of our moms who've been in MMU for a while, to update their system. Okay, so make sure you get organized. Now, is this helping you? Understand that this is not impossible. This isn't even hard. This is just something that we're going to do together. Okay, and you are going to make incredible progress. Everyone has a different 90-day mom challenge. Everyone has a different area that they're working on. But the cool thing is, we're all working on it together. Like we're all working it as one. And so we get so much out of the sharing process and out of the encouragement. So everyone got this. Are they sharing? They got it? Is it helping?
Mhm.
All right, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Any questions I need to address right now before we move on? Because I got a surprise for you. Everything good? Yeah.
Someone asked if you could give a quick summary of the meaning of the zebra.
Oh, totally. Okay, so the reason we call ourselves zebras, besides that we're weird, is because one time I was talking with my my CFO in our organization, and he was sharing about a client that he has who this guy's like ridiculously wealthy. He owns all this land, and he raises sheep on the land. And he said he was having a really hard time with mountain lions killing the sheep. So he brought in a herd of zebras, and we're like, zebras? Like, and I was like, what? So like the mountain lions could kill the zebras and not the lambs? I didn't understand. Like, I had no idea. He's like, no, like zebras are actually one of the most territorial, dangerous animals you could imagine. And when it comes to mountain lions, with one kick, bam, one kick, what they do is they break the jaw of the lion so that it can't attack and it can't eat and it dies. I was like, that's super cool. That is super cool, because zebras, you look at them and you think, oh, that's so cute. Oh, they're so quirky. And people will look at us as moms. They're like, oh, she's so cute and quirky, and she's all out there. She's different. And we know how to be mama bears when we have to be mama bears. And we don't listen to the lies that come. Remember, Satan, it says in the Bible that he prowls about like a roaring lion. He's not a lion. He prowls about like a lion, seeking to devour anyone he can. And we have the wisdom inside MMU. We get that wisdom to know how to recognize the lies of the enemy, to know how to say, oh, are you growling at me? You growling at me? Well, let me get the truth. And then we give him an old face kick with the truth of God's word and totally disempowers him. That's what we do. So that's basically the gist of the zebra, is that we started like really identifying with that zebra because they're quirky and out there, you know, but you don't mess with them. Like, let the enemy try to mess with us and we'll break his jaw. We will. And I love the verse in the Bible that says every word that rises up against you, you will show to be in the wrong. And so when he comes at us with any kind of, now you got me preaching. You had to ask that, got me preaching. But every time the enemy comes at us with lies, no, you're never gonna be able to do that. Who do you think you are? You're not gonna be able to get out of that. What do you think you think you're not safe? You think you're not gonna die from that disease? What, you think your kids are ever gonna come to Christ? When he comes at us with those lies, we're like, not today, Satan. And we just give him a swift kick with our amazing God muscles. And he just goes whimpering off because his jaw's broken. So anyway, that is the root of the whole zebra thing. So we've kind of identified as, that's our mascot. That's who we are. We are the zebra tribe. Okay, so any other questions before I move on? How are we on time?
10:53.
Oh, good, because I want to keep this around an hour. So, okay, cool. So let me move on. I've got a surprise, a mentor surprise. Okay, could you tell me in the chat room? Now, this is not something everyone needs to do. I just have a surprise for you. So, tell me in the chat room who is a mentor. So maybe you've already signed up to be a mentor, maybe not. Some of you are like, mentor, huh? Okay, so here's the deal. Inside Mom Mastery University, we also have a mentor program, which means you can enroll as a mentor for like just a registration fee. It's super inexpensive. It's like the price of a pizza or something. I always compare things to pizzas. I kind of perseverate on pizzas because they're amazing. But just for a small registration fee, you can enroll as a mentor and then build your business from home. And all that means is you just encourage moms. Like, seriously, you share Mom Mastery University, you encourage other moms, and we pay you for it. Like, tell me if you're a mentor and you've gotten a check within the last month. Tell me if you got a check within the last month, because we like send out checks every single month to our mentors because they're sharing MMU and they're just encouraging moms. So basically, moms that's what we do anyway. We encourage other moms, and we're listening to everything they say, and we're there at the bus stop, we're there at the sidelines at the games, we're there in the waiting rooms, and we just simply encourage moms and get paid for it. So we have a mentor program. Are there people who are sharing that they're mentors? Great, awesome, fantastic. Huh? Yes, they got their checks. Awesome, fantastic. One mom was able to buy the first car that fit her family, I think, with her mentor check. And who is it? Another one is makes enough to like pay her mortgage now, right? Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
Bonnie paid for her plane ticket to Florida.
Bonnie paid with her plane ticket. That's so cool. Bonnie came to Florida for Mom Mastery Life for what she earns as a mentor. Or I don't know, when she went. She's in Florida right now.
Yeah.
Because I saw her. She took a picture with the zebra mirror in the bathroom. So basically, I'm stalking Bonnie in the bathroom. See how close we are? Kind of weird, but okay. So, all right, awesome. So our mentors can share how amazing this program is. But if you just enrolled as a mentor, or if you're thinking about enrolling as a mentor, I got a surprise for you. Also, everyone who is here today did get an invitation to become a mentor and work with me throughout the next couple months. And I'm going to show you, there's a sneak preview of what we're going to do. Do you have my computer? Is there any way, can you search, because I have a schedule on there, it's called Mentor Training Schedule. Is there any way you can, I don't think you can print it out though. You can't print it out, no. All right, well, you can tell me what the first one is. Like if you get. That's what, no, oh my gosh, why am I calling someone? No, stop it. How did that happen? Get me behind me. Okay, yeah. Yeah.
This still look like Friday.
Yes. Okay, so just keep it up, and I'm gonna ask you. I meant to print that out, but I forgot. So keep it up. So anyway, what we're doing is all throughout February for all of our mentors, whether you went through Mom Bootcamp or not, all of our mentors are invited to do this. And you are actually getting information that none of our other mentors have right now. So I'm giving you like the sneak peek, what's going on. But, and because I'm doing this for you, this is actually like a $700 program that we're gonna be doing. But I'm doing this for you totally free because you trusted me. Like this was the first time we did Mom Bootcamp. You not only trusted me as a leader throughout Mom Bootcamp, you trusted me and enrolled in Mom Mastery University. That is such an incredible honor for me. So what I'm doing for you is this is totally free. What we're doing throughout the next month, totally free. But what I want to do is provide you with the tools so that you can immediately, I just feel like a lot of moms are struggling financially, and that should not be the case. We should be wealthy. We should be prospering financially. So what I'm going to be doing is all throughout February, giving you trainings on how to grow your mentor business so I can start sending you checks. Like I'm giving you all the skills, you know how I do things, guys. Like it's not just ideas. Like I'm going to give you the step by step way to grow this so you can start seeing checks immediately. So you good? Are you good with that? All right. So like I said, it should be around $700, totally free because you're the inaugural group and you did this. And also we're going to be doing it live. So throughout February, we're going to be doing live sessions, and I'm going to be leading you, huh? Oh, you are so cool. Yeah. Thank you so much. That's awesome. All right. And if it goes off, do I need your code to put it back on? Okay. I'll just hand it to you. Okay. Now, okay, I might need you to bring that back up. Also, I got some news for you. If you've been distracted, I want you to tune in right now. This is really, really important. This is important for all of our mentors, but I'm telling you first, we have a certification program. And could you leave in the chat room if you have been through the certification program that we have? Now, the reason we have a certification program is once you become a certified director, which means you've already brought in like, I think it's like 3 moms. We're working on that because we're restructuring things right now. But once you get like 3 moms into your team and you are certified, we start putting moms into your team that you earn money on. Like you are kind of like if you sold essential oils, like if you're part of Young Living, or if you're part of, you know what I'm talking about. If you're part of like a network marketing company or MLM, you get paid a percentage of what they purchase every month. So what we do is we pay all of our mentors a percentage of the moms that they are encouraging in their team. Now, we're growing very quickly and kind of crazy, right? At a crazy rate. And so what we need is mentors. Like, we need more mentors because a lot of people are coming in and we want to give everyone a mentor. So we're actually filling up people's teams. Like, people are just showing up in their teams because they have been through the certification, they got certified, and they've got at least 3 moms in their team. So what this means for you, what? 4? It's either 3 or 4. I know we're restructuring because remember, we're moving to different levels. So a lot of this, we're changing things around. That's why it's so cool that you are at this point, because this is fairly new, and the people who come in any organization at the beginning are the ones who are the superstars. So remember Lifestyles of Rockstar Moms? I mean, that's going to be you anyway. So that's, seriously, God led you here at this perfect time because it's very new. We're forming new ways to earn money, all that kind of stuff. So what we have is a certification program. And once you get certified and you've brought some people into your team, we just fill your team. We just put moms into your team so you can start earning money from that. It's called autofill. Like, you don't even have to go out and recruit people, they just show up. Now, that certification program, I'm telling you this right now, this year is going to be $997. Right now, it's free. So because you signed up, or if you're thinking about signing up to be a mentor, or if you already are a mentor, understand you locked in the certification program, totally free, totally free. But this year we will be raising that price to $997. That doesn't matter to you. You're not going to be paying that. So I know that there are some people who are very excited that they got in. Now, I didn't want to tell you that before because I don't want people joining or enrolling as a mentor just to save $1,000. Like, I want mentors who truly want to encourage moms and want to grow a business from their home and want to operate in the anointing that God has put upon them. That's what's most important to me. So I wanted to bring in the right people, because I know if I made that public, there are people like, oh, I want to be a mentor, and just so they could, save $1,000. But I want to tell you that because you already made the decision, or maybe you're close to making the decision. But I hope that's not why you do it. Don't let that be why you do it. Now, here's the big question. Here's the big question. That is the elephant in the room. You're thinking, how do I do it all? Like, I want to do the certification program and I want to do the 90-day mom challenge. How do I do it all? I got you. I got you. First, here are some ways to do it all. If you want to do the certification program as a mentor, here's how you do it, okay? And go through the 90-day mom challenge. Because some of you are like, do I do one first? Or do I do them both at the same time? Do I do my 90-day and then get certified? What do I do? First, go slow in the 90-day challenge. Go slower. Maybe it's just you want to take one workshop a week and tune into the Friday morning coaching, okay? But you've got to put it in your map. So go slower in the 90-day mom challenge if you want to go through the certification program. Also, put it in your map. That was number 2. I was already there. Put it in your map. Very important you do this, because you can do both at the same time, or you've already locked in. If you're a mentor, you've already locked in that free certification program. So it's always going to be there for you. So maybe you want to do the 90-day mom challenge first and then do the certification program. Again, there's no rush. You can focus on one and then the other. If you're going to do one and then the other, I would do 90-day mom challenge first and then do the certification program. Okay, it's more important that you grow yourself and then you help grow others. But you can do both at the same time. And also, some of you are thinking, Hannah, I can't be a mentor. I can barely hold myself together. You're not a coach. You're not a counselor. You're not their psychiatrist. You're not there to make sure that they successfully reach their goals. Your job is to just simply be there for them. And you already do that anyway. Okay, you're just an encourager. Now, also have 1 day a week. Choose 1 day a week. Choose 1 day a week. Now, here's what I mean by this. God, I don't know where we get the idea of having a weekend, because God didn't work for 5 days and rest for 2. He worked for 6 days and rested for 1. So he kind of set that pattern in place for us. So, for example, I like to choose Saturdays. I like Sunday to just chill. Of course, it's been kind of crazy Sundays around here. This has been crazy. So, but I like Saturdays, I consider my learning days. So right now I'm going through 2 different certification programs. I'm also have a mentor that I'm responsible for, doing work that way. I have personal growth that I do too. So I'm involved in a lot of training programs as myself, just to grow me, not just as a business leader, but also as a practitioner for what I do with coaching. So what I do with that is I consider Saturdays my learning day. And I'll even set a timer. It's like, what, I'm going to spend an hour on this certification program, and I'm going to get my trainings, and then I'm going to stop, I'm going to give myself a break, and then I'm going to do an hour in this certification training. So I will just choose 1 day a week, and maybe that's what you want to do. Maybe you want to do the 90-day mom challenge just 1 day a week. Maybe plug in to your mentor training, your certification training. So whatever you do, you can kind of consolidate, and that helps make it a routine too. Also, I'm going to tell you something else, something you can do. Start the certification program in March. Wait around for it. And here's why. Because what I'm going to do through February, and this is, I don't want you to think about doing anything in the certification program in February, because that'll be just too much. Because in February, what we're doing for all of our mentors is I'm doing live trainings 2 days a week. I'm going to show you what those trainings are. I'm going to give you a sneak peek. So we're going to be starting this Thursday, but I don't want you to think about doing the certification program until after February. Okay, you can start in March. It's always going to be there. You can start in the fall. You can start in the summer. It doesn't matter. But I don't want you to rush this. Get plugged into the 90-day mom challenge. Do that. I'm actually going to write this down so everyone knows it. Okay. Plug in to 90-day mom challenge. That's number 1. Plug into it. And also plug into the group. Plug into the tribe. And join me in February, which is right around the corner, y'all. Join me in February, because we're going to be doing live trainings to help our mentors. Now, why am I doing this right now? Because I said back in December that I wanted to work with 500 moms to help them grow their wealth, to reach prosperity, get out of debt, to get wealthy. And a lot of us have problems with that. A lot of us have financial problems, and we shouldn't. So what I planned is an entire program to help you grow your mentor business. So don't worry about the certification. That can come later. Okay, pick a later time to do that. But if you have enrolled as a mentor, and if you haven't enrolled as a mentor, then get your beautiful buttons over to mommastery.com/mentor and get enrolled as a mentor today. And here's why. We're starting on Thursday. We're starting with live trainings twice a week. It's totally free. And I'm going to help you grow your business from home. Okay. Now, will you put in your code here? I'm going to show you. I'm going to give you a sneak peek. Well, do you want a sneak peek? Do you want to know what we're going to cover in February? And this is all about growing your business, y'all. Everything about growing your business and money and wealth, because a lot of people have problems with that. So if you want to, do they want to, Court? I mean, if they don't want a sneak peek, that's fine.
Yeah.
They do?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So I'm just going to tell you this, and you can write this down if you want to. I'm using Katie's phone, so it might go weird on me. Okay. Okay. So on Oh, no, we don't start Thursday, we start Friday. I had to change the schedule around. And you're gonna get a schedule, you're gonna get everything. All of our mentors are gonna get this after this class. I didn't want to go public with it till I told you first. On Friday, we're doing a class on our core values as a mentor. We call them SLEIGH, S-L-E-I-G-H. It stands for service, laughter, excellence, integrity, growth, and honor. And we're doing a class on our core values. And then on Monday, next Monday, we're doing a class, I'm so excited about this, y'all, on the money mindset, because money starts in your head. It starts in your thoughts. If you can't think money, you'll never make money. If you think broke, you're gonna be broke. And a lot of people have some really whacked out perceptions about money, like greedy people, like rich people are greedy people, or money doesn't grow on trees, or money is hard to get, or penny saved is a penny earned. I mean, a lot of people have these things that we've just been taught as totally wrong. That's not God's design for money. So we're going to break out of those money lies, and we're going to get some truth about how you're going to make some money starting with your thoughts. And then next Friday, how to posture yourself for sales. And you're like, ew, 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 sales is gross. Anyone believe that? Like, leave something in the comment section. Well, I don't like sales. I'm not a salesperson. Sales make me feel icky. Like, tell me if anyone feels that way about sales. And I want to share something with you. Anybody feel icky and gross about sales? I'm not in sales. I don't like sales. I don't like sales. I'll do anything but sales. I'll do anything. Let me explain something. First of all, it's not selling.
Sales are terrifying.
Sales are terrifying. Okay, gotcha. And this is what we're going to be learning on Friday, February 9th. It's just our perception is very fear-based when it comes to sales, but we will not hesitate to tell our friend about a great restaurant to go to, or this awesome mascara to try. The reason I went to see a movie a week and a half ago is because someone told me it was an awesome movie, and I took the whole family. I trusted that person's opinion. The reason I chose a place to go out with my husband to eat is because someone told me that restaurant is amazing. I choose my mascara because my sister told me it works great. So I use that. And you can tell me, oh, sales is horrible, when 5 minutes before you were telling me how Greatest Showman is such a great movie and you need to see it. So we're practicing sales, but we just think that it's something it's not. So we're going to do an entire class on just how to posture yourself so people follow you, how to posture yourself. The next Monday, we're doing Sharing is Caring, and a whole training on just how simply to share an opportunity. You already know how to share a great movie or a great product or a great recipe. Now we're going to learn how to share this. And next Friday, we're doing the fortunes and the follow-up, how to really follow up with people to turn that into wealth, to turn it into money coming into your life. And then the art of closing comes the next Monday. And so many people are like, oh, I just don't want to ask them to join me. Or I don't want to, what do I say? Like, how do I get them inside my team? And I feel so weird about doing that. And I'll just hope one day they come to me and they say, please let me be in your team. And it doesn't happen. You have to learn how to respectfully close a deal. Because I can stay outside the movie theater and wish to see a movie forever and kind of talk to the person. I really like that movie. She can say, oh, the movie's really great. But until I plug down, what does a movie cost today?
Like $10.
$10 to go see the movie. I ain't getting in the theater. So you have to know how to say, okay, are you going to plunk down $10 and get in the theater or not? Because the show's about to start. Also, after that, we're going to learn how to provide and divide, how to nurture people, and how to discriminate between those people who you're just going to encourage and those people who you're going to build as leaders. And the last Monday, Module 8, is we're going to learn how to duplicate yourself. Okay, how to put a pattern into effect. Here you go. What's up?
A lot of people are asking, is this for all mentors or for mentors that didn't come on boot camp?
For all mentors. We're doing this for all mentors. Because I love our mentors like I love chocolate. Like, I love our mentors. So I know that my job throughout the first quarter of 2018 is to equip our mentors to go out and build their businesses like never before, to earn money to retire their husbands. Like I know there are going to be some women who retire their husbands from their second job or from their primary job. I know there's women who are going to be able to get the car that they need, who will be able to, have you ever been like this? Like, and tell me if this is you. This has happened to me countless times. Like you get ready to scan your card and you get that check, like that kind of gut check, like I hope this is going to go through. Like, I don't know if it's going to go through or not. I hope it's going to go through. Has anyone ever felt that? You're at the grocery store, it's like, your card was declined. And you're like, huh, that's really weird. Because I just put money in there. That's kind of odd. When you know you don't have jack. Like there's nothing in there. Like, has anyone ever felt that? Have they? Has anyone ever felt that, Court?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't want you feeling that way anymore. I want you to have your hand on wealth. I want you to be able to call it into your life, to do the strategies that you need to grow your wealth. So I just wanted to surprise you because I'm super excited about what we're going to be doing in February together. So if you've enrolled as a mentor, awesome. We're going to be sending out an email today with our schedule and how you're going to tune, either today or tomorrow, about how you, Kate's like, I'm not ready for that. With your schedule of modules, and remember, it's all free. If you're a mentor, it's all free. Also, how to tune in, and we're going to rock this thing. You're going to grow your business because I'm dedicated to you. I know that is my job. I am dedicated to you, and I want to see you create wealth in your life, create abundance, and not have such a weird perspective on finances. Like, I don't want finances to be stress for you. It shouldn't be. God designed this to bless us. And so there should be no stress about money. So if you're stressed about money, and you haven't enrolled as a mentor, you need to get your beautiful buns into our mentor program so I can help you all throughout February. And then what we're doing in March is I'm not going to tell you right now. I'm just going to tell you kind of, but I'm going to give you tools to actually immediately turn around and create a profit. So I've designed this whole quarter, like I designed Mom Boot Camp in January. I'm going to design this free mentor training. And I'm not going to, like, I don't do this for everyone. You made the cut. Like, literally, you would not be here if you did not show your mettle and show what you're worth in the Mom Boot Camp. That's why half the people stayed out. So you're here, and we're going to grow together, and I'm going to show you how to do this in February. And then in March, you're going to have specific tools in order to immediately create a profit. So who's excited about this? Because I am so excited. Did I keep it around an hour, or did I go over? She's like, you're good. All right, guys, I'm so excited about this. So we tied a bow. You know how to do the 90-day mom challenge. And now you know, if you're a mentor, what's coming down the pipe in February. And that's why I waited till this live private training to share this with you, because I did not share this with everyone. Like, there are people inside MMU who will have no idea because they're not mentors, right? So this is just for our mentors. So I'm so excited about that. I cannot wait to work with you. These modules are going to be like, seriously, you don't realize that your thoughts have created your money. You think your money creates your thoughts. It's the opposite. I'm going to show you, again, with that inside out, how to create wealth. So everybody excited? Awesome. Awesome. I love you so much. Be looking for that email to go out probably tomorrow. Okay. I love you so much. Have an amazing day. Get excited about what's coming because it's huge, it's big, and you're here at the right time, at the right place. And I cannot wait to work with you. So I'll see you later.